Today we're going to be making some jerky, and we're going to be using venison from a deer I harvested last fall, and we're going to be using this Cabela's jerky making kit in teriyaki flavor. Now we're going to finish it partially in the regular dehydrator, and then we're going to finish it completely off in the barbecue that's going to be acting as a smoker. Now these kits, there's 3 packs in it, so you can do 15 pounds. We're going to be doing 3 pounds today, so we need to take one of the bags, each of the cure and the seasonings, and split that down to suitable for 3 pounds. I've already done that, so in each bag there's 2 ounces or 56 grams, so 3/5 of that is 33.6 grams. So we'll get that measured off and then get it mixed up with the venison. $34 grams. This is the seasoning. Woo, pretty strong. And 34 grams. Strong stuff. We'll be putting the venison in our countertop mixer, and the good thing about using venison is that it's nice and lean. A lot of people like to use beef, but I find if you use beef, I mean, it's good if you use like a round cut, but if you use a cut with too much fat in it, the fat doesn't preserve very well, and it can lead to some pretty off flavors in your jerky, which you really want to avoid. You can see this is pretty lean. All right, we have all the meat in, and we'll turn the mixer on and add the spices. And the cure. Woo. Okay, I think it's done mixing. We could have done that by hand, but not today. The reason I put these sticks in here is so when I'm rolling out the material, it only goes down as far as these sticks, and these sticks are just over 1/8 of an inch. They're actually 3/16 of an inch, so that'll dictate how thick our jerky is going to be. All right, we have it rolled out to 3/16 of an inch thick. Now we're going to slice it up and we'll get it onto the dehydrator trays. We skipped the wax paper this time and it seems to be going a little better. That might prevent wax paper from getting in the jerky as well. We're going to put the top on now and turn it up to 160, and it's supposed to go, I think, 4 to 6 hours. We'll be checking it along the way, and we'll be rotating the trays up and down, because with this type of dehydrator, you don't seem to get an even distribution from the heat that's hitting the top and the heat that's hitting the bottom. So I always like to cycle them through like every hour or so. All right, the jerky finished up inside the dehydrator in the house, and I had to put it in the fridge and skip a day because we had a lot of rain. So we're gonna get it onto the barbecue today. We're gonna keep the fire off to one side. We're gonna use our smoke tube, and we're gonna put some pecan pellets in there. So I started with a little bit of pine wood just to get the fire going. We don't want to use pine when we're smoking because it creates off flavors in the meat or whatever you're smoking. And we got some lump charcoal on there. And once that gets a nice bed of coals, we'll push it off to the side, close the lid, check the temperature, make sure we're like 170, 200. And then we'll put the smoke tube on there, and then we'll get the meat on there and finish it off on the meat. All right, we're ready to put the jerky on. It's probably close to being done, given its texture. But we'll take her a little bit further. We don't want it to get brittle, because then it'd be too far done. We'll try about an hour. keeping a close eye on the temperature the whole time. There's the sugar. And there's the sugar cooker. I made this barbecue a few years ago. I had some steel left over from a job. It's all stainless steel on the top and carbon steel on the bottom. It's lined with fire bricks. There's aluminum frame on the outside. I was tired of the flimsy ones that you'd buy from the big box stores. This one, I know I can't pick it up. Has a big granite shelf there too. But it works pretty good. It has rotisserie on it. But I'm still working on obviously the conversion to get it to be more of a smoker. Or at least a smoker as well. So I noticed my temperature getting a little high. We're up about 250 or so. So I had to prop it open here. And then I used this digital thermometer to put on top of the meat in here. And I was getting right at 160 degrees. So we'll go, we're about 40 minutes in now. We'll let her go about another 20 and then we'll check her out. All right, I think we're done now. Looks good. There's still a bit of bend in, which is nice. Perfect. Melt. Now this, in the jerky pack, there was the spices and the salt cure in it. So some people do their jerky without the salt cure. There is a concern that the salt cure has health issues, but it does preserve the meat longer. Either way, I'll be keeping this in the fridge just to make sure, but it'll definitely last a long time. And here's a little taste test. Good stuff. You can taste the smoke. You can taste the teriyaki. Perfect. I set the Tupperware over here, and you can see that I have some very interested parties here.